Good. Hello, everybody. It's my great pleasure to open this workshop on large language models for the history, philosophy, and sociology of science. My name is Adrian Wüthrich, one of the organizers. Our call for papers and call for registration has met with great interest. It's very nice to see you all here. And we have also gathered a rather large online audience. At the beginning, we received for the call for papers over 50 submissions. And we had to make some hard choices to select the 16 papers that will be presented in the course of our program. The seats here for in-person attendees quickly filled up, and we attracted, as I said, also online a rather large audience. And in total, we have about 220 registered participants, and some are still coming in. With this large audience, we will do our best to include everybody interested in these topics in this conversation that we will have over the next 2.5 days at this workshop. The workshop had, I'd say, 2 seats. One seat was our project Network Epistemology in Practice, where Arno Simons, sitting here, was training one of the first large language models on physics texts, because that interests us in the project most. And he proposed to discuss this kind of work in a broader. It didn't take much to convince Sicher, also part of the project team, that this was a worthwhile endeavor and worthwhile topic. He also worked with large language models to analyze conceptual issues in physics. The second seat came from a person which is a cooperation partner of the project, but which I also know since very long, Gerd Grasshoff. He has long advocated the use of AI in the history and philosophy of science, and in particular when analyzing scientific discovery processes. And here is a similar idea of organizing a workshop on novel AI-assisted methods for history and philosophy of science. We then decided to join forces, and this workshop is the result. The workshop is funded by the ERC grant, Network Epistemology in Practice, NEPI for short. In the project, we will study the internal communication of the ATLAS collaboration at CERN, the particle physics laboratory. We'll do this to better understand how one of the largest and most prominent research collaborations collectively generates new knowledge. On the one hand, we'll do this with network analysis to learn more about the communication structure in this collaboration. And on the other hand, we will use semantic tools to see how ideas flow in these network structures. That's, of course, where the use of LLMs comes in. This is one of the applications I'm personally currently most interested in, but we'll hear about many others in this workshop, and I'm really looking forward to hearing all these ideas. The event would not have been possible without the help of Svenja Götz, Lea Stengel, and Julia Kim, which is currently not here, but you will certainly meet her as well. They helped us think things through and took care of many administrative and organizational tasks. Let me also thank Oliver Ziegler and his Unicam team who record the keynotes and helped us with the setting up of all this to record all the other sessions as well, and to have a smooth Zoom meeting for everybody. This brings me to an important reminder. We have recording in progress. When registering, you had this information and you consented to it, but let me just remind you that the sessions are recorded. We have this camera here that is pointed towards the one who is speaking. We have 4 microphones which can go around, and we have 1 iPhone as a backup audio recorder. And when the presenters are okay with it, we will upload the videos of the talks later on our YouTube channel. including the discussion, but the discussion will also only be the audio and the video of the presenter, not of the audience. Approach us if you need more information or if you do not consent. But I hope you will, so we have a nice experience for everybody, and we can also have a record of this nice meeting. Since we are such a large group and have relatively little time for presentations and comments, for questions and comments, we ask everyone to keep their questions and comments short and to the point. After each presentation, we will first collect, say, 4 questions and comments, and then the presenter can answer to all or some of them collectively, so we don't lose much time going back and forth. Again, we will have to make some hard choices. I'm sure you all have very valuable questions, but we can foresee that we don't have the opportunity to hear everybody in person. For this, there is also an Etherpad. The overlay is not working very correctly, but the QR code is for the Etherpad or CryptPad, where you can also, after the sessions, post comments or questions, and also the presenters have the opportunity to read them and reply to them if they can. So this is a way where everybody can interact also when the session is not running. During the session, people online or also people in the audience here can use the Zoom chat to post questions or comments at any time. In the Etherpad, there are some sections for each talk and one general section, I think, so you can place your comment where the most appropriate place is. We will also, on the second day, have a dedicated discussion session where you can perhaps pool also some questions and comments that come up frequently and discuss them together. Of course, the workshops should also give you the opportunity to network with researchers and fellows here in an informal way. We'll have ample lunch breaks and coffee breaks and modest reception and the workshop dinner with unfortunately very limited seats, so only for the participants who got a yes for the dinner participation. The coffee breaks and the refreshments are taking place here. You have seen that. And the lunch and the reception will take place in room H2051, which is basically down the hall until the very last stairs of the building on the other side, and then you go one floor down and then you're almost there. I'm sure we'll make that. And we can also walk together there after today's last talk. But before we get there, let me introduce briefly our keynote speakers. The first keynote, coming up in a few minutes, is given by Pierluigi Cassotti and Nina Tamasebi from the University of Gothenburg. Nina is the PI of the Change is Key research program in Gothenburg, and Pierluigi is, if I understood correctly, one of the researchers in the project. They are very well known for their work on semantic change detection. The work includes more technical aspects, such as the creation of benchmarks, but also more broader issues, such as the use of data science and methods and data science methods for humanities questions, which makes them a perfect match for our workshop. Similarly well positioned is our second keynote speaker, Irina Gurevich. She will give her talk tomorrow, late afternoon. She is the head of the Ubiquitous Knowledge Processing Lab at the Technical University Darmstadt. Her work focuses on information extraction, semantics, text processing, and machine learning, as well as on applications of natural language processing to social science and humanities. So there you have it again, a perfect match for this workshop. But now, without further ado, we're ready for the first keynote. Please welcome Nina Tamasebi and Pierluigi Cassotti. The floor is yours. And welcome to all.